Hi, are you an abolitionist?
I am, something like that. My name's Frederick Douglass. Welcome to 1852. Who are you?
Thanks. I recognize you from a picture in my U.S. history textbook. You have really cool hair. I'm Layla. That's my brother Leo.
We're trying to learn about activism and abolishing things. Can you help us?
Well, not to brag, but y'all don't have to pay me if I may educate you. I'm actually a famous activist from the past. See, I'm one of the ones they trying to not teach you in your class. I'm actually trying to get something abolished right now.
Abolish means to end, right? What are you wanting to get rid of?
Well, I'm trying to get rid of slavery. You see, the time y'all done came here, 1852, your great-great-great-grandpappy and mammy them enslaved all of us, majorly in the South, and made us work for free so that y'all can get all your shit that y'all needed for these 13 colonies, because your people was too lazy to do it themselves.
So unfair and horrible.
You're right. But slavery actually existed across the whole world, but never like it did in the Americas. See, y'all was the first to have generational chattel slavery, and it was brutal. Your people actually called themselves crackers because the way the whip cracked on our backs. And then they had the audacity to say that it was founded on freedom, knowing that black people weren't free. So your people lied. They actually lied.
Are you a slave, Mr. Douglass?
I was. I see, that's that generational slavery I was telling you about, because I was born into slavery. I was taken away from my family when I was like 6 years old. Can you imagine?
That's just so terrible. How did you deal with that?
Barely. You see, what your people did was actually tell us we couldn't read, but I taught myself to read anyway. That's the resilience we had. You understand that? I taught myself how to read because education, you see, even though y'all kept it from us, is the key. At the age of 21, see, I grabbed one of y'all crackers by the hand, told y'all you ain't gonna beat me no more, and I ran away to the north where slavery was illegal, but y'all was still racist there too, so chill out. And I was always looking back because your forefathers had the Fugitive Slave Act, which means I always had to look at my back to see when it's gonna come get my ass.
How can there be slavery in America when the founding fathers said that all men are created equal?
Yeah, and I've heard that some of those founding fathers owned slaves. What about that?
Listen, little nigga, didn't I just tell you they was liars? They lied. They knew slavery was wrong. They did it anyways, okay? They didn't care. They didn't give a shit, okay? They just wanted to make their money, okay? So they enslaved us, and they lied. They still lying to this day. They probably lying to you right now, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. Okay? Now they gonna lie and tell y'all they want to unify, but what really happened was the North was seeing the South making all that money off of that free labor they was getting off of black people.
Are you okay with that?
Girl, what? Why the hell would I be okay with that? Are you okay? Your founding fathers did some horrible shit all in the name of money. Don't you understand capitalism? Y'all ain't learn capitalism in the future. Anyway, so the North was like, nah, you can't do slavery no more because they didn't want the South to make more money than them. And they was like, yeah, so they outlawed it in the South. And the North was like, all right, we cool now. But it was only cool for them. It wasn't cool for us. See, right after that, they did Jim Crow because they knew they didn't want to let us go.
Well, we're here in 1852, and America's been around for about 75 years. You're still trying to get slavery abolished. It doesn't sound like the system the founding fathers set up is working.
You right, look, because do you know right after that they did the 13th Amendment that said if you commit a crime, you could be a slave? It's still in act in your day. Yes, and then they made everything black people did a crime. Guess what? To make them slaves.
What's taking the southern states so long to do what's right?
Girl, because them motherfuckers is lazy. I told you they was lazy. And they greedy. They wanted free labor. That's why. Exploitation, child.
Huh?
What I mean is they wanted to exploit black people for free, okay? Child, it's not that complicated. They'll try to make it complicated. It's not that complicated. That's all it is. They just didn't and still don't want to admit it.
When I have a complicated math problem, if I rush to solve it, I make mistakes.
Leo, ending slavery is such a bigger deal than your math problems.
Little boy, don't listen to her. Listen, 1 + 1 = 2, okay? Okay? Slavery is wrong. End it. That's the end of the equation. If they wanted to, they would. If they wanted to, they would. And they didn't. We literally had to do all types of shit. Slave revolts, run away, all kind of shit. I'm telling you. They didn't Slavery was the foundation of this country. They didn't think they could have this country without it. That's all it is. Even Europe was outlawing slavery before the Americas. I bet you didn't know that's what your independence was fought for. Because Britain was coming for the colonies, telling everybody to let go of their slaves. Y'all didn't want to. They didn't want to. America didn't want to. Did you know that? Do you kids know about Nat Turner?
No.
Nope.
Well, he was a little bit more about it than William Lloyd Garrison, who was abolitionist like me, because he actually was a slave, Nat Turner, and he went into your forefathers' houses, he mastered houses, and went ham with machetes, everything on your forefathers. I'm telling you, a lot of us actually did that. A lot of us revolted violently. Y'all got tired of that shit. Did you know that?
Sounds familiar.
Sounds like y'all know some RNs yourself.
Yeah, we've got that type in our time.
So, you're trying to work for change inside of the American system.
Oh, no, we do both. You see, I was doing both. A lot of stuff was undercover. Y'all didn't even know. But no, we do Malcolm and Martin up in here. That's how you get shit done. You don't get shit done just in the system. You got to break that shit apart, too.
And people like Garrison don't just want slavery abolished, but the whole American system.
Look, girl, have you been listening to me? I just told you that the whole American system was built on slavery. Don't you understand? Actually, you from the future. Ain't they exploiting you, too? Okay, that's what I thought.
That seems silly. There are so many amazing things about America.
Well, your way is definitely better. It's the right way to get change.
Listen, pink hair, ain't no right or wrong way to gain your freedom, okay? It's by any means necessary.
Spoiler alert, In our time, you're considered an American hero, and that other guy isn't really known.
And double spoiler alert. Also in our time, all Americans are equally protected under the law and have equal voting rights regardless of race.
That's because your education system probably sucks and it's racist. Your parents ain't teach you shit. You live in ignorance, don't you? Don't you?
We sure do. Same one, but with some changes called amendments.
I knew that 13th Amendment was going to last to the future. I knew slavery by imprisonment was going to be there. You probably got private prisons by now, don't you?
We even had a black president.
2 terms.
Just one?
So, Mr. Douglas, do you think we should be activists, just not radical ones?
Listen, pink hair, blue hair, bubble guppies, I don't care what y'all do. To be honest with you, black people still gonna get our freedom regardless, like I said, by any means necessary. So you either stay there, work, or get out the way. What you gonna do? Make a decision, because I promise you, it's Malcolm all day. And we can definitely steal Martin, but I promise you it's gonna have to be for pay. Y'all gonna have to pay us to hold your hands to learn humanity, okay? It's 2023, so either working through the system or radical. Either way, you better get it done. I promise you, this plantation is expanding and they're coming for you next. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
I think I'm just gonna worry about surviving middle school for now.
Okay, no child left behind. And you, Blues Clues?
I'm just gonna worry about being a kid.
Well, I hope you figure it out before the day you ever meet a folding chair.
This has been brought to you by Safoid University. Perspective Corrective, where reality beats delusion.